Hey, Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. There's only about a half a dozen sources I really trust online anymore, and this is one of the guys. Um, he says the ongoing investigation that is in uh, Arkansas with the FBI, uh, with the Clintons, and what they did with weapons by these two that testified to Congress is a big nuclear deal. I mean, it's a big bombshell news-wise.
They dropped that bomb. Mark Meadows, who was the chairman of that committee, said, well, now it kind of, if you will, makes sense, adds up why the prosecutor, Huber, isn't here, because if there's an open, ongoing criminal investigation, it's best that a prosecutor involved in looking at some other issues not be involved, because whatever that prosecutor's looking at, well, if it would come to a trial, could get thrown out on a technicality that information that was supposed to be presented in a courtroom was being presented to the public, and Meadows said, now I get why Huber's not here. I believe the plan was always behind the curtain not to have Huber show up. But they put him out there as the shiny object. Look who's going to be here, to give Doyle and Monahan free passage to get into that testimony, into that congressional hearing room. Now, here's what they testified about. And these were the points I took away that were critical. And these folks have tremendous amount of government experience. I believe Moynihan has experience with the Drug Enforcement Agency. Doyle has experience on Wall Street doing criminal investigations. Here's what they came to. And what these guys do is they're essentially bounty hunters, okay? They go in and they look at government money that has been ripped off. And they get a cut of that, I believe, is how they make their dough. And here's what they came back with. Number one, the Clinton Foundation was acting as an unregistered, underline that, foreign agent. That the foundation had acted as a foreign agent, which was it was not entitled to under their 501c3 status as given to them by the IRS.
Now, unregistered foreign agent or foreign entity, this is what the Supreme Court was talking about in part to Mueller and these investigations. Could it be that these sealed documents are connected to the Clinton Foundation and their illegal foreign activity? Could be. This could be a cross situation in which actually Mueller's bound up in this as well as Clinton's. But this was sealed and it was talked about. A little bit was leaked out, but not much in this sealed presentation and documentation that went to the Supreme Court, and that was stopped, I think, about 2 weeks ago on Sunday. Anyhow, all this is going to come out one way or another. There's a tremendous legal battle going on in the Department of Justice with money trails and other things, corruption to the hilt. This is all coming to a head one way or another. Huber is looking at other stuff, not the Clinton Foundation, which I didn't know, which is a disappointment, but maybe he will be able to do some effective work in other areas. But the Clinton Foundation needs to seriously be looked at by top DOJ honest people. And for some reason, there are too many dirty people connected with this Clinton Foundation, and that's why they have escaped prosecution.
What Doyle and Monahan stated is the Clinton Foundation was only granted a nonprofit status for its work in developing the Clinton Library. That was it. And all this Clinton Global Initiative and all the stuff they were doing in Haiti, around the world, and all this was not sanctioned by their nonprofit status. In other words, it was illegal for them to do this.
There you are. And we need to clearly understand that these cabal or these elite groups, whatever you want to call them, the shadow government, is using, they'll create a corporation or foundation that says one thing, but they'll move money doing something else. This is continually been done for as long as they've created foundations, corporations, or other legal entities. And you can go back and check the history on this. So this is a big problem in corporations, foundations, and other things. A big, big problem.
And the fact that they were dealing with foreign governments and were unregistered foreign agents makes them subject to treason.
Boom. There you heard it. I'm going to leave you the full link on this, but I think the deep state connections with the Clinton Foundation are very obvious in many ways. One group said they got 150 billion from illegal activities, weapon trades. Others say there's human traffic and drugs in it. For sure, they say. All I know is this illegal activity needs to be called on the carpet, and they need to be going down. I'll give you a couple more minutes of this guy. I trust. There are, like I said, only about a half a dozen sources online that I'm really beginning to trust and know that they really do their homework. This is one that does.
This is what was presented that the fake media is not talking about. In addition, they spoke about misrepresentation and misallocation of funds, that the foundation did not comply with IRS regulations, that the IRS was involved with organizations and issues not approved by the IRS initial documents and regulations, and why they were initially granted the nonprofit status. They stated that a number of the transactions occurring with the Clinton Foundation with foreign governments, while Hillary was Secretary of State, was based on pay-to-play agreements. In other words,
wow, and the IRS is aware of this. Again, this is another problem with the corrupt IRS. It's a big problem with the DOJ, and it's a big problem with these corporations and foundations. I'm going to leave it here. This guy knows his stuff. This guy knows his stuff.
Pay us at the foundation a lot of money, and what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that, well, that your country gets more aid, your country gets more weapons. This is illegal, but that's what Doyle and Monahan presented. They also presented issues on misuse of funds at the foundation. Quote, the foundation did not use funds for charitable causes, end quote. That they're not a charitable organization, but in fact the Clinton Foundation is a closely held family partnership and is used to advance the agenda of family members, Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea.
Boom, there you are. Listen to this whole video here. This guy is powerful. That's why he's got 100,000 hits and views on this thing. Anyhow, this is incredible, but it's showing how dirty these foundations and corporations are. They need to be called on this. And these bird dogs, these guys that go after them, wow, they're top notch. They've been doing this. They get paid for a percentage of what the government finds out is illegal. What a way to get paid. Holy Hannah. And this is Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day.